In this video, I am going to explain about the demonstration of our project on database interaction using large language model. So before going to that, let me give a brief overview of the abstract. For any user, when he want to interact the database, he need to have well knowledge on the database querying languages like SQL or MongoDB, any other languages, and he should also know how the data is spread in a database. Then only he can efficiently query the database, and he can use that data for any decision making or to acquire any knowledge from the database. So in this project, we are going to develop a natural language interface for the database so that user can query the database using the natural language. So these are abstract. To implement this project, we are using a large language model. Basically, we are using Gemini large language model by Google. And some more modules like Python, PyODBC to implement this project. So before going to that, let me show me the demonstration of our project. We open the Visual Studio Code. Here you can see our project implementation part, and we had include several set of modules. We had got this code from our own knowledge. So we are using the Streamlit module to prepare the web application. So we imported Streamlit and SQLite 3. As we are dealing with the databases, we need to query the database and we should make the connection to the database. So all those things we need SQLite 3, and this is our implementation. What we are going to do is, when user will input the database, for example, we had taken a student database, so he will input a student database. What our project will do is, it will extract the schema of the database, and when user will provide a natural language query, we will convert that into a SQL query, and then the SQL query works upon the database and retrieves the data. For that, what we are doing is, we had given a prompt to the LLM. This is a base prompt. This describes how the LLM should behave for the given input. So here you can see that the code that extract the schema of the database. We are extracting the schema of a database because when we give the user input and along with the schema, there will be high accuracy of SQL query that will be generated. So we are giving the schema of a database along with the user input, and this code is relatable to how Gemini will generate the response, how we are segregating that response into the columns and rows. And here is the code that makes the connection with the database, and it will apply that SQL query on the database and retrieves the useful information. And here is the question that user will ask, and he will submit. Then all those functions will work to generate the response. And here you can see the code that we had used to create a database in our Anaconda environment. So let me run my main program. Now my Python program is executed. Now I want to type the command to invoke the Streamlit web interface. By typing this Streamlit run main.py, I can able to run the Streamlit web application. It will automatically open in the browser. You can see that, and here you can see that it will provide the local URL where the web is hosting the application, and it will automatically open the Edge browser, and you can see the local host is running. Now we had given a student database. Now I can ask my questions using natural language. So as we given a student database, let me type give me list of students. Then it will give the names of a list of students that exist in our database. You can see here all the names. And let me try another one more question stating that student with highest marks. Mm. And here you can see he had given the student name. So here what we are trying to do is we are trying to develop a natural language interface for the database, and you can see how it had been worked. Without any SQL expertise, the user can query the database with his general natural language. So we had checked with the multiple databases like a hospital database. The code is so versatile, so it can handle variety of databases. And the advantages is any user can use it without any expertise. So this is our project demonstration, and we can do lot of future enhancement to work with multiple databases at a single time and finding the relationship among themselves. And thank you for hearing.